The Bonn climate change talks continued on Thursday, with a number of contact groups, informal consultations, and workshops meeting under the SUBSTA. Delegates also convened for a number of activities under the ADP. During lunch, delegates and observers attended the informal consultations by the incoming presidency of COP19, taking place this November in Warsaw, Poland. The Polish presidency outlined their vision for COP19, assuring they would conduct a transparent, inclusive, and party-driven process while facilitating meaningful stakeholder engagement. Delegates and observers then identified their outcome priorities.
I think really our hopes for Warsaw are really about strong deliverables on implementation, tangible progress on pre-2020 mitigation ambition, and a clear pathway for a draft negotiating text by COP20, which will be at the end of 2014. I think with those three elements, we can look back and say Warsaw has been a successful COP.
The Alliance of Small Island States sees the importance of ensuring that the loss and damage mechanism is built in Warsaw, because we can't adapt anymore. Our small islands, our survival is at stake, our people. We're here, sea level rise is an existential threat while we negotiate here. Finance and mitigation ambition is important, but as well as loss and damage.
China called for continuing a two-track process under the ADP focused on implementation, including implementation of the convention through enhanced action based on the principles of the convention and maintaining the distinction between developed and developing countries. Observers also provided input.
There's a very comfortable mood happening in the negotiation. Things seem to be smooth in terms of the negotiations for the new agreement 2015. But this is actually not a source of comfort, but a bit of a source of worry, because why there's comfort? Because they're not discussing the contentious, sensitive areas. So they're still talking about generalities. And there's a concern that there won't be any other session between now and Poland. If we stay at this generality level these 2 weeks, then we'll be in Poland with nothing specific to agree on. So we definitely want decisions in Warsaw that are important to achieve an agreement in 2015. But the way things are going right now, it doesn't look there's a possibility to agree on things in Warsaw unless we directly dive into more detailed discussions.
A number of developing countries also called for COP19 to deliver on finance, and parties reflected on the hard work ahead.
There's a huge amount of work that has to be done in the context of preparing text in terms of fleshing out our own ideas within the EU and explaining and listening to others' ideas. And that is something that over 5 months we really need to kind of get down and understand each other's positions, so that when it comes to Warsaw, ministers can sit down and agree clear steps for a pathway towards Paris.
In the evening, the SBI convened for informal consultations on the agenda. Divergent positions remained, and the session concluded without resolution.